Hello, welcome to Pluralsight. In this module, we'll be talking about security configuration parameters. All right, so in Domain 1.0, security configuration parameters, we're going to cover throughout this course firewalls, routers and switches, load balancers and proxies, and web security gateways. Okay, some of the things, the physical components of network security. And then we're also going to cover network intrusion detection systems and prevention systems. We'll cover protocol analyzers, spam filters, which everyone loves spam. I'm sure you love it as much as I do. UTM, or Unified Threat Management security appliances. They consist of such things as URL filters, content inspection, malware inspection. Some of these terms may be familiar to you at this point, some may not. Don't worry, by the end of this module, you'll of course understand what all of these mean. And we'll also talk about the difference between web application firewalls and network firewalls. So, before we begin, why the need for a secure network? Well, as you might understand, or you might already guess, hackers are everywhere. Identity theft and data theft is everywhere. Corporate espionage is everywhere. And all of that results in the destruction of revenue, reputation, consumer confidence, so on and so forth. So whether you are a SOHO or a small office home office, an SMB or a small medium-sized business, or a Fortune 500 or a Fortune 150, massive corporation, everybody has security issues. 95 to 97%, depends on where you read, 95% give or take of all companies, large and small, have been hacked or have had some type of a threat launched against their systems at one point or another. Every week we read about some major company having a major credit card breach where they've had millions and millions of customer credit card numbers, or security numbers, vital information stolen. Okay, a lot of these things come from other parts of the world. We have young kids, 13, 15, 17-year-old kids writing these malware and these hacking tools. They sell them on the black market, so to speak, the undernet or the dark net. Other individuals, whether they be hackers, script kiddies, whatever you want to call them, they grab a hold of these tools and they'll launch the attacks. Some of them are fairly rudimentary. Some of them are very sophisticated. So it's not like it's just a bunch of kind of one-offs and these outliers that are doing these attacks. A lot of these are very well-organized, large, basically globe-spanning organizations that target very specifically pieces of information that they're going to be able to profit from. So some of the prerequisite knowledge that we need to have in order to get the most out of this course is going to be an understanding of the TCP/IP protocol suite, an understanding of the OSI model and its relevance. And if you don't know what these two things mean in any depth, I highly suggest that you review the Network Plus course that we have for more information. All right, Network Plus is going to give you the prerequisite knowledge that you need for understanding TCP/IP, the fact that it's not just a specific protocol, but it is a protocol suite and all the things that make up that protocol suite. And then the OSI model, the different layers of the OSI model, and how that all fits in. All right, so just for your own knowledge and kind of jog your memory, if you in fact have reviewed this before, understand that reference model, or the OSI model rather, is a reference model designed to illustrate and standardize communication protocols, methods, and devices. All right, so this should look familiar to you. If it doesn't, I suggest you go back and review the Network Plus course. But again, you'll understand that the OSI model has 7 layers: application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and processing. There is a corresponding or a kind of a corollary TCP/IP model, which is kind of concatenated down to 4 layers instead of 7, but it kind of makes up all the different layers of the OSI model. It's just broken out into 4 layers instead of 7. And then the TCP/IP protocol suite you see on the far right has all the different protocols that make up TCP/IP. HTTP, FTP, SMTP, so on and so forth. So all of these things should be familiar with you or to you. If not, go back and review at some point so that all of this stuff starts to make sense. Because as we cover some of the different pieces of information, such as the different pieces of equipment, routers, switches, and so on and so forth, they operate at different layers of the OSI model. So it's just nice to have an understanding of where those things fit in.